Hello, everybody. It is my absolute honor to introduce to you today Nora Igonoh. Nora is currently residing in Nigeria, and she is an HR professional as well as a Gallup Global Strengths Coach. Nora, welcome to this interview.
Thank you so much, Margaret. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Nora, you completed the Clifton Strengths Assessment. And I'm quite
Yes, I
interested
did.
to hear, what was your reaction when you got your results?
Okay, thank you, Margaret. My results, when I saw them, they totally blew me away. Um, they blew me away because it was very, very spot on. It was like looking in a mirror. So my top five strengths are individualization, restorative, responsibility, input, and strategic. And in no particular order, I felt like it was like somebody looked into me and just wrote a script based on what they had seen. I remember looking at my input and thinking, oh, so that's why I'm always reading stuff I have no business reading and just filing them away because I just may need them or somebody else may need them. And so when I saw my results, I was very relieved. I was relieved to finally see that there was a method to the way that my mind worked. There was a method to the things that I had seen myself doing over time. And beyond that, because with Clifton's assessment, it doesn't just tell you who you are or how you act, it tells you how it applies to the various aspects of your life and how you can leverage it going forward to be successful. And that was very, very energizing for me to say. So, all of these ways that I naturally am, almost without doing anything extra, I can leverage them to make something of my career. I can leverage them to make something of my parenthood. And it was just very, very energizing.
So, Nora, that's quite exciting. Now, it's a long jump from getting excited about your Clifton Strengths results and then deciding to become a Gallup Global Strengths Coach. Why did you decide to certify as a Gallup Global Strengths Coach?
Okay. I'm going to dip my hands in my Clifton strengths to answer that question and say that in my top 10, I have individualization and I have developer in my top 10. And I think connectedness also plays out there, which is in my top 10, because I think after the excitement of encountering my own results and seeing how it just opened my eyes to who I was and how I could use all of that to empower myself in my life and my pursuits. My next thought naturally was, I got to do this for other people. I don't want to have this whole experience to myself. Um, if this is a dance, I want to dance with other people. I want to invite other people to this dance floor and share this dance with them. And so that was my natural next thought. How do I make this happen for people? And so um, I think I reached out to you. I scheduled a meeting with you to say, look, I'm thinking about doing this. Let me know how to pursue it. And it's been exciting from there.
Fantastic, Nora, and I'm so pleased to hear that you had a great experience so far. So, I mean, the course part of the certification is a virtual experience that runs over 4 full consecutive days. And people, when they hear that, they think, oh, it's going to be a webinar for 8 hours per day over 4 days. Tell us, how did you experience the 4 days in the cohort?
Okay, first off, I had never done anything like that before. So yes, there was that initial moment of, oh wow, this is new. How is that going to be? But then again, my strengths, I am learner and input. So I love to learn. I always love to immerse myself in learning experiences. So that was what stood out to my mind when I heard about the course. I just thought 4 days of learning, 4 days of equipping me, 4 days of interacting with new people, meeting new people from across different spaces. And that was exciting for me. The course itself was brilliant. In fact, I was telling a colleague of mine about it. Someone I know is developing something, an online program, and I was saying to them, "Oh, you should do it this way. This was how my course ran, and it was brilliant." I enjoyed every part of the experience. I enjoyed the way that the course was structured. I had no problems with the fact that I had to keep my cameras going all through the course because I had no intentions of going anywhere, anyways, apart from toilet breaks. So it was awesome for me.
So, Nora, not only did you learn from the facilitators during the course, but there was a cohort of people, and it seemed like there was a lot of learning taking place between between the members of the cohort inside
Yeah,
of the breakout rooms as well.
yeah. There was a lot of that. There was um the people that were in my cohort were a very, very impressive bunch. I remember Ashad, for one, there were a lot of people from different walks of life who were doing brilliant things already and were just in that session to top whatever brilliance they already had with Clifton Strengths coaching. So it was a lot of learning happening indeed between us because they already had rich experiences that we could all leverage in our learning process. We already had these people experiences that we could relate to and draw into and draw experience and learning from. It was very brilliant. And I must say that one of the things that one of my goals when I joined the program was also getting to meet this sort of people and developing relationships that we could leverage going forward. Because you do know, as I'm sure you do, that it's not enough to be brilliant. It's not enough to be good at what you do. You have to have a reasonable network that you can leverage to showcase this brilliance if you have it. And so that was a goal for me. And I would very, very much like to maintain relationship with everyone that I met in the course of my program. Um, Yesterday, I was just chatting with Susan, and it was exciting. We're sharing news. She's taking her exams, and I was telling her about my certification. So yeah, it's been great.
Excellent. Nora, I just get excited by listening to you. So, thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing.
Thank
So,
you.
Nora, what do you think being a Gallup Global Strengths Coach means for your business and what you want to do in your life?
Okay. Um, so to answer that question, I'm going to break it up into like four uh four sub conversations. The first of it is that I am a very purpose oriented person. And I believe that being a strengths coach is very material to what I believe is my purpose, which is enabling people to become the best versions of themselves. And one of the really brilliant things about strengths coaching is that I'm not saying to people, you should become something. I'm saying to them, you already are something. You just need to lean into it. You just need to tap into it. And for me, it just makes the work so much easier. It makes it so much more believable for the people that I will be preaching the message of strength to. So that is one part of it. The other part of it is that my 9 to 5 is as an HR professional, and I'm already living strengths coaching on my job. I'm having strengths conversations with people already. Having the managers and the business that I support take their strengths assessments in batches and having coaching sessions following the assessments. And we've been having really, really useful conversations. I remember one of the managers took her assessment, and after her coaching session, she said, "You know what? I need to have my husband take this assessment as well." So it's that exciting for me, and it's exciting for the people that I'm encountering on my job. um it's also helped me to have useful conversations with people. I will give you an example. I was having a conversation with a manager with in my business yesterday, and he was complaining about a certain way that members of his team work or think, and the problems that he was having with their own attitude to issues and all of it. And I had this top five in front of me, and I was like, there's a reason why. And I said, you're deliberative and you're analytical. You have an advantage. Your mind works a certain way, it processes information really fast. And you have to realize that this is a gift that you're bringing to the team. Not only is it a gift, it's something that you must realize that other people probably do not have. They have other giftings of their own. So you have to extend grace to them. You have to be patient with them to let them go through whatever mental processes they need to through, and give them time to go through it so they can meet you where you already are. And then I said to him, it's a gift. So you don't bring a gift and use it to judge someone else. Instead, you bring your gift as an offering and say to people, this is an advantage that I bring to the table. And then you want to find out what advantage they are also bringing to the table. And you put it on the table, and you have brilliance on the table that engenders whatever objective you people have to work at. So you see, before strength coaching, I couldn't have had that conversation. And I remember him leaving and saying, wow, I didn't think this conversation was going to go that well. So he was very excited about it. So as an HR professional, I see myself being able to strengthen people, managers and non-managers alike, and helping them to see how their strengths play out in how they're interacting with people, and helping them see the potential potholes that they've been experiencing because they hadn't understood their strengths and weren't leveraging them. But now that they're able to leverage, they can manage the relationship dynamics better. And then finally, I'm very interested in social impact, and I run a social impact organization. And strength coaching is um, a tool that I will be applying in that aspect of my life to help people see, both youngsters and adults, see how strengths play out in the relationships that they have, even at home with their family members. Why? So helping a child see why she's different from her brother, or helping them see why she's even different from her mother, why her mother thinks a certain way and she acts another way. So it's very exciting. It's a very exciting prospect. Um, I have an ongoing conversation with someone whom I told about my strengths endeavor, and she's invited me to co-create a course with her and facilitate it based on strength. So it's brilliant all the way, and it's exciting.
So, Nora, what I'm hearing is that there's a lot of opportunities that have opened up for you
Most
for
definitely.
now and for the future. So, when you said that you are not asking someone to become something else or become something, you're asking them to tap into who they really are. That so resonate with me. And what a brilliant way to support, develop, and celebrate humanity.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. It is.
Fantastic. Nora, thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. And all the best with your business going forward.
Thank you
And,
so much.
you know, telling people about Clifton Strengths and why they should become the best that they can be.
Thank you so much, Margaret. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for all of the help and support that you offered me to get to this point. It's been very, very um rich. It's been a very rich experience, and I am grateful for the opportunity.
Fantastic. All the best. Take care.